listen to our beloved Van Halen. So you got to love that. That's what we got.
Great choice this week, my friend.
Oh, man. Good choices for sure. And join us on the line, a good friend of ours. And, you know, I've done some PA announcing for them as well out at Campo Verde High School. Head football coach Max Ragsdale, in the words of Carl, the groundskeeper from what the heck was the name of that movie? What was that movie? Bill Murray.
You talking about Sling Blade?
No. No.
Mm-hmm. I like the biscuits and mustard.
Max, what was the movie? Caddyshack. A young Cinderella story. Max Ragsdale, head football coach, now athletic director. Max, are you going to be wearing suits?
No, because you don't want to see a suit on this body. It's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig.
Max, congratulations. I don't know if I should be calling you Mr. Ragsdale now. I don't want to, because I just don't see you that way, but I feel like I need to at least give you some respect. I never have in the past 25 years I've known you, and now
I was just about ready to say it's never stopped you before.
Yeah, I know. My God, Max. So, you know, this season, this football season, you were 7-3. You know, a bunch of people in the regular season there on the tail end of the season counted you guys out, but obviously you guys did not count yourselves out. You finished the season 7-3 and march all the way to the state championship. You picked up a Coach of the Year award, and it was just an amazing season. And now this athletic director. Wow, what is going on?
Yeah, it was always kind of in the plan, I think, to eventually be an AD.
Yeah.
All way back when I was in elementary school, I used to work at the local high school there, Apache Junction, and really kind of took some mentorship from Mark Cisterna.
Okay.
And he was a head coach, and he was my head coach. And when I graduated, he became the AD, and I just kind of always looked at him as a mentor. And it was eventually going to happen. Has it happened a little soon? Yeah, I didn't think it would happen this soon, but couldn't pass up the opportunity.
Coach, so great to talk with you. Hope your family and yourself are doing well here during all this craziness with the coronavirus. Talk to us a little bit about your football team over there at Campo Verde, and have you had a chance to, I'm sure you've talked with them, and how did that go?
You know, and to your family as well, and yours too, Vince. Tell Cheryl we say hello.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
The meeting with the team is always rough, and it was even 10 times rougher doing it over frickin' WebEx. But
how did they feel when you introduced me as the new head football coach at Campo Verde?
They just said, "Who?
Who? Oh, that guy. Oh, no."
Yeah, to all you Campo Verde parents that are listening, this is revenge for all the back talk that you gave me during games when I was doing the PA. So there, now I'm the new coach.
Vince, give us the first 15 that you're going to run in August there at Campo for the Coyotes.
Yeah, power, trap, and lead. Yeah.
Keep it between the tackles, sir.
That's right. Slide draw. Yep.
Slide draw.
All right. Yeah. 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 So how did it go, Max? How was the message, communicated?
It went about as good as it could go. It was short, and I didn't want it to be a huge deal. But needless to say, tons of text messages and emails after the fact. But, I think those kids get it, and they know I'll still be around, and just serving those kids in this community and that school in a different way now. Hopefully being able to spread some knowledge amongst 22, 23 programs instead of just one.
Now, Coach, obviously since Vince just barely missed the cut there for the new head coaching position at Campo, what are some early prospects? Let's go ahead and get that rumor mill going, shall we?
No. We don't need to get that rolling. I don't want to mess up my first hire.
Right.
We have some great internal candidates. We have some great external candidates. Shoot, we've got candidates from out of state going through the paper screening process and hopefully start the interviews on the 24th and the 27th. And before the beginning of May, we should have a new head coach at Campo Verde, the second owner.
Now, do you think maybe that this year, Coach, maybe the 7-on-7s, assuming that we're able to get those in over the summer, if we can kind of get back to, quote, normal, whatever that means nowadays, maybe around the end of May or so, Do you think that's going to take on a little bit more importance since we haven't had really any spring football and haven't really got these guys together in quite some time now?
Well, it's interesting. That's an interesting question. It depends on if we stay kind of an easy transition or we go into a tougher transition. And once again, that comes down to the interview process and the vetting process. If we stay, pretty streamlined, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But if we have a whole overhaul changeover, then of course there'll be a very, very stiff learning curve.
AIA schedule, is it out yet?
Not officially. I know our
Okay.
region opponents. That's about it.
And tell us again, with the realignment, who's in your region?
It is us, Horizon, Saguaro, Notre Dame Prep, Maricopa, and Gilbert. It's us 6.
Wow. That's
interesting.
Yeah.
That's going to be some pretty good competition right there, Coach.
We go from the SEC of high school football, 5A Santan, and then put us right in the SEC again, just redrawn up. We lose Williamsfield and Higley, but we gain, Horizon and Notre Dame Prep. So, and Saguaro, they've only won 5 state championships in a row?
6
so
or 5, yeah, whatever it is. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah,
So
Coach
now,
Mons, his hands are aching over there. He's got early onset arthritis from all those rings.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, your wife, Barb, she realizes that you're going to be working more hours now, right? She wanted you to kind of tailor it back a little bit. And
she doesn't think that's possible.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. I think there'll be some more nights throughout the year, but I don't think anybody works harder than head football coach. I just think what they do and how they do it, and what I did for 15 years is there's a crap ton of time there, and I can't see too many other jobs being more demanding in terms of hours if you're going to do it right. But yeah, I think you're right, Vince. There'll be some nights that in the winter and some nights in the spring that would be different. But I was still working, doing what head coaches do, which stress about things all the time.
Now this is for both of you guys. Let's rewind a little bit to that slide draw. How's that going to work now with the death of the fullback with all this spread offense going on here these days? Let's talk about that for a minute. Come on, I'm Jones with Talks Football. If you can't tell.
The 3rd and 28, and Hugh Jackson would run slide draw.
That was a joke. Max and I would be sitting behind him in the box, and it's like, 3rd and 28, slide draw. We're going to call slide draw. 1 yard.
And it wasn't only one.
Yeah. Yeah. And where did he end up? He's coaching in the NFL now. Go figure. Anyway, no bitterness. Anyway, yeah. So Max, what you got to be excited. I mean, overall about helping to oversee programs. Is there one part of the job that you're just stepping into that scares you? That you get a little bit of anxiety. My gosh, I know. You could be thinking to yourself, I don't know anything about badminton. What am I going to do? Or what is it? What scares you?
You just nailed it. I have no idea. I don't even know how to score a badminton match. How do you fundraise for a whole department instead of just one program? And I'll definitely be on the horn to some respected people around the valley to see how they did it. Joe Paddock up in Peoria and some others that have done it and done it really well over the past couple of years. I have no problem in asking for help. So the things I don't know, I'll find out really quick.
So you want to be the AD, huh, Coach? That's kind of a running joke here in the house with my wife. I say, every time she gets a little frustrated with something that's going on in the head coaching job, I say, so you want to be the head coach, huh? And it's just one of those things you got to deal with, right?
Yeah, you do. And it wasn't a popular decision at home. I don't think my wife was ready for that jump. But once again, the opportunity was just too great to continue at a school that I had a chance to open and just keep that tradition alive of great student athletes.
Well, you're succeeding a really good athletic director in Renee as well, and you've got a great principal there, Ms. Cox, and all in all, the department, from all the support, and you've got JC, who's going to be providing you a lot of support, and she's a good friend of mine over there, and you couldn't be in a better situation because the faculty, all in all, it's a good group of people on and off the field.
Fantastic. They're awesome, and I'm going to call on them a whole bunch for help and support. Shoot, we got to hire a football coach and we got to hire a baseball coach, so that needs help from everybody. teachers and other head coaches and support staff to come in and be on those committees and have a voice. So they will be utilized a bunch, and they're great people.
Parents, what message can you send to parents, not only in your own in your past sport in football, but in the other sports as well, both boys and girls? I mean, what can you tell them a little bit about yourself? Because we know we get a lot of listeners in the East Valley. I mean, gosh, I can't count how many we get out there. But what can you tell them? They're all listening. So.
Just letting them know that the student athletes will be well taken care of. We really support the idea of a multi-sport athlete, and not only are we care about what they do on the field, but we care about them emotionally, we care about them academically, we care about them spiritually. Their kids will be in good hands with our entire program.
You talk about a guy who's doing it right. It's Max Ragsdale. Congratulations again, Coach, on the promotion there to athletic director. Always a great friend of ours. We appreciate you coming on with us. And good luck in your new role. And we know you're going to do nothing but great things, continue to do great things over there for the Campo Verde Coyotes.
Thank you much. Thanks for having us on. You guys have a happy Easter weekend.
Love you, Mr. Ragsdale. Max Ragsdale, new athletic director out at Gilbert Campo Verde High School. Great guy. One of the good feel-good stories on this feel-good day here on the JV Sports Show.
Happy Easter, Coach.
Yes,
thank you, sir.
Happy Passover. When
he is risen.
Back, we are going to be joined by Paradise Honors assistant football coach Rich Rellis. Another feel-good story. Joining us here on the JV Sports Show. Don't go away. We'll be back.